Escape with Oxbow.
Very good evening, welcome to the second edition of Escape. This month, amongst other places, we take you to Croatia for one of Europe's toughest raid events. Well, from my corner we move on to Terra Incognita, Eastern Europeans' premier adventure race, the event which takes teams to the limit. They swim, trek, bike and kayak their way through the wilderness of Croatia. For the next 5 days and nights, athletes cover hundreds of kilometres with just map and compass to guide them. Extraordinary levels of fitness, of course, a prerequisite, but absolutely useless unless the team has all the necessary skills and the ability to work well together. In this event, the clock never stops. Harsh terrain, toughest of conditions. This is Terra Incognita. They say the limits exist only in people's minds.
All together, stay in one line. Everybody, be smart, read instructions. I wish you a good race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go!
So the event starts with a big bang as the sun sets on the Adriatic Sea. The teams paddled into the night, and the Croatians of Adria Lada team were the first out of the water, followed closely, in fact, by two British teams, the North Face and Event Endure. Well, we joined the North Face team on the trekking section.
Turn off.
5 kilometres into the trek, the teams are faced with a tricky navigational choice.
I would have said right.
Have they taken the correct turn, or has their quick decision sent them the wrong way? They didn't notice the sign on the road pointing down to the sea. Just behind them, Event Endure's navigator, Aero Keiko, makes the right choice, and they turn left and move into second place. Welcome back to the second day of the Terra Incognita, the multi-sports raid in Croatia. Five days in all to be raced, non-stop. They rest when they need rest, they eat when they need food, but the clock never stops running. As with all adventure raids, there are 1 or 2 night zones where the competitors have to stop because the next activity too dangerous.
We're going to get to the dark zone as soon as we can. I fell asleep when I was cycling along, and I cycled into Fiona and knocked her off the bike. I'm just trying to get this lot to get a move on. Well, everyone's tired now, so it's difficult.
Well, as North Face team struggle, 2 Croatian teams arrived at the dark zone.
My team is Endure. We're racing with a Finnish-English combination.
Endure is one of the race favourites. Their experienced team includes former world champion orienteer Eero Keikko. And through some good route choices, they're sitting just 20 minutes behind second place, getting stronger as the race goes on. The next stop is the town of Knin, where King Zvonimir's castle has dominated the landscape for the last 1,000 years. Although the area now peaceful, the athletes are struggling up the hills like thousands and thousands of soldiers before them. Adrielada is the first team in, however, their lead's slipping away. Osingoranje Zagreb, who started yesterday in 8th position, now up into 2nd place and gaining momentum. They're both in the transition at the same time, and the leaders looking pretty exhausted. Endure plans to have a good break at the castle and will use the time to fix their feet, get some food. And as the team North Face arrives, the leaders heading off into the mountains again. At nearly 2,000 meters high, Mount Dinara towers over the borders between Croatia and Bosnia. Team Zagreb have made their break there and reached the summit first. Members of this team have won the event on 3 occasions, and now on day 3, their experience starting to pay off. Many of the teams well aware of the strength of the Croatians.
We are fighting for first place, but on a trekking section, the Croatia Osiguranje team, Osiguranje Zagreb, sorry, is much better than us, and this is the section that will choose the winner.
Well, the Cetina River drops 1,500 meters of elevation as it cuts its way down the side of Mount Dinara towards the coast. The teams must kayak and canyon their way down for nearly 100 kilometers as this river snakes its way through the steep canyons. Osingoranje Zagreb maintains their narrow lead. Just behind them, Adrielada holds second, while Endure and the Brazilian women fighting for 3rd place. This cave goes one way. From the cave, the teams must abseil down 3 rope lengths before continuing out through the canyon. As Pasi Ikonen watches his teammates drop down the rope, he's hoping that the Brazilian team won't appear. But as he descends, the Brazilians appearing into the mouth of the cave. They're just 15 minutes behind Endure and chasing hard. Teams have to abseil a 90-meter cliff, cross the top of the waterfall, and then getting onto a second rope, dropping down into a huge pool of white water. Finally, the teams drop into a 3rd pool and then another cave, and then they get back to their kayaks. Eventually, the water temperature something around 5-6 degrees Celsius as it's flowing directly out of the mountain. And over the years they've found huge stalactites and stalagmites have formed in these caves. Spectacular stuff, and certainly pushing the limits of adventure racing. After the canyoning section, the Cetina River flattens out a little. Osingoina Zagreb of Croatia managing to hold on to first place as they head down towards the finish. Their exhaustion shortly followed by celebration. Great effort by the Croatian team. Next team in is the Adria Lada, completing a Croatian dominance of the event again. 1 and 2 for them. Invent, endure, excellent run, third place, and the veterans happy with their podium finish. So that's all from the Incognita raid. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the Oxbow Quest and a chance for you to realise your adventurous dreams.